science major and law school graduate to be the keynote speaker. But here I am and glad to do it. We will hear from these giants later on. But I thought today I would give a brief overview about technological policy. Bring it down specifically to a few things in our state of Mississippi and provide a bit of a congressional update, and then we'll move on to the panels and the scientists. My wife Gail is here, and she's on special assignment from the Ole Miss Tupelo campus, where she's Director of Student Services over there. But I appreciate her coming over on special assignment and being part of this. I guess you think all of us elected officials and politicians, when we get home, we flip it on the cable channels and the political talk shows, and I guess sometimes we do. But you need to know that for the past 5 seasons, the favorite show of Gail and Roger Wicker in primetime evening television has been Person of Interest. Now they say I don't know the Nielsen ratings. They say it's been a hit show. I won't ask for a show of hands, but it's run its course. The 5th and final season is over, and we're told that Person of Interest will be no more. Now it stars Jim Caviezel. It's part crime show. It's part international intrigue, and certainly part science fiction. And as I say, it starred Jim Caviezel, but the real star is a really pretty nifty, pretty impressive bit of artificial intelligence known simply as the Machine. The Machine is a kind of technological Superman. Who, with the help of the human cast members, foresees all sorts of problems and prevents them oftentimes before they happen. Now, this summer saw the end of the 5th and final season, so we're told, and involved a life and death conflict between the Machine and a sinister competing force of artificial intelligence known as Samaritan. I won't tell you how it ended, in part because I'm not really sure how it ended, or even if it ended at all. But what I can tell you is that the series actually said a lot about what we're here to talk about today. It actually said a lot about modern technology. And whether it's 2016's finale of Person of Interest, or 2001, A Space Odyssey, which wasn't filmed in 2001 at all, filmed in the 1960s, or whether it was George Orwell, which I read in college, or Jules Verne, which I read in high school, I've observed that there is a lot of truth to be learned from science fiction. For instance, technology can protect us. Technology can threaten our security. Technology can be liberating. Technology can curb our freedoms and privacy. Technology can make us wealthy. It's made some people in this room enormously wealthy, and for that, Chancellor Vitter, we're grateful. Technology can ruin a person financially. Technology can make us healthier. It can make us better educated, and is going to make people better educated right here on this plot of Earth. Technology can make us look good, and technology can show us up to be an idiot. In short, the Machine can be your friend, or the Machine can be your worst nightmare. And we learn all this from the truth of science fiction. So why are we gathered here today? to participate in a conversation about using technology to help people have a better life, to make the machine our friend rather than our enemy, to discuss how this university and this state can be a part of cutting-edge progress to make the world better. Okay, now we got the reporters here, we got the students here. If there's one takeaway from my remarks this morning, it is this. Our state and this university are not only a vital part of technology and internet progress today, but in many respects, in many important respects, we are leading the way. In many respects, Mississippi is leading the way. And it is in fact our problems and our unique challenges in Mississippi that are causing us to have to be a world leader. So what are those challenges? And I think we know what they are. One of them, of course, is connectivity. It's a problem nationwide, and we've got it here clearly. We are a state comprised largely of small towns and rural communities. 54% of Mississippians live in rural areas, and over half of them lack what the FCC classifies as broadband services. And that's why we've had to be really good, and that's why at the federal level, the Universal Service Fund, USF, and the Mobility Fund are so important to Mississippi. So how are we having to be really, really good because of our challenges? Let me suggest in the area of precision agriculture and in the area of telehealth. First, precision agriculture. We had a witness from Mississippi come and testify before the Commerce Committee just this year. His name is Darrington Stewart, a young, modern day farmer from Louise, Mississippi. He farms some 22,000 acres in Mississippi. That's a lot of farming. Well, if you're into that farming that many acres with row crops that you plant, you want just the right amount of fertilizer for the soil. You want just the right amount of seed for what you want on that particular parcel of land, and the same for herbicide, and the same for pesticide. The fellow in the cab of that farm implement working for Darrington Stewart doesn't have to worry about that, as he's basically there in the air conditioning and listening to the radio, as the farm implement gets a signal based on high-speed broadband and global precision and precise location of that implement, and the machine tells that implement just how much fertilizer or herbicide or pesticide to dispense. That is precision agriculture, and it's still hard for me to believe that it works in a parcel of land half the size of this room. You move on to the next parcel of land, and the computer and the broadband tells you to switch and do a different amount. It blows the mind, but we do it, and you know what? We're more productive. Darrington Stewart saves $20,000 a day doing this, where we have connectivity, and in most of those 22,000 acres, we have connectivity in Mississippi because we've had to.